What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our own way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive.
Morning guys, so this is our first competition of this year and it so happens it's actually regionals as well. So we're going to do the elementary silver. I have no great expectations for today. I've got a couple of goals, and that is to stay on and stay in the arena. That's my two goals, and I would hopefully, well, I don't really want to come last either, but I've got to be realistic. We have not had very good preparation for this at all. I would like to normally have at least one competition as a warm-up beforehand, and often the venues have warm-up competitions a couple of days before, but we haven't done that this year. The weather has it's been interesting, and it hasn't sort of encouraged me to want to go out and compete, I must admit. So this is quite a big ask, sort of going to regionals. So we're kind of using this as a warm-up competition for our pet plan, which is actually next week. So yeah, not great preparation for that either. But we'll see how it goes. Obviously, Bo's, he's been to a lot of venues now. Chard, the weather sometimes has an effect there, particularly if it's very windy. They do have flagpoles, and he's not always a fan of those. And it's a bit colder today, so he might be a little bit fresh, but we'll see. I just sort of hoping that we can perform something that looks like elementary 6, which we have never ridden before. So that could be interesting, but that actually might work in our favour because he knew elementary 59 quite well, which is the old regional test. So perhaps not knowing the test might work in our favour, but we'll see. Or he'll have a strop because he thinks he should be doing something that I'm asking him to do something different. Because, like always, Bo thinks he knows best. But we'll see. Yeah, the weather's nice today. It hasn't been so nice the last couple of days, particularly up at Chard. I've had a couple of friends that have been competing who have done very well. But I'm hoping that we've been quite lucky with the weather, so we'll see what it's like when we get there. Buck obviously is staying behind, and Top Cat's staying with him. So again, Bo's got to travel on his own, so he's got to put his big boy pants on and behave on the lorry. But we'll see how that goes. I have put a rug on him. It's only a thin rug. Hopefully he won't get too hot because yeah, I'm cold. This rug matches my jumper at the moment. So I'm just about to give Buck some fibre nuts, just to sort of keep him occupied while we load up. And hopefully I know he shouts, but he's not shown any other signs of getting too stressed. We've taken Bo out once with the lorry, and that was for a lesson. So this is going to be a little bit longer away. I need a bigger scoop really for this. This is more Top Cat size. Top Cat is probably going to be a little bit miffed that he's not coming. But I did give Buck a treat ball, but he couldn't really work it out, so we'll just put them on the floor for him. Bo's getting a little bit cross with me because I'm ignoring him. He's got some treats up on the lorry, and I must grab some carrots as well. All the important things. yes, I don't feel at all organised for this, but like I say, I'm just going to go with the mind that it's not a big regional competition and that it's just a warm-up. But yeah, my nerves. Oh dear. Why do we do this? Yeah, so weather's quite nice here at the moment. Well, for us it is anyway, particularly what it's been like recently. Right, Bose, let's get you on the lorry. So we'll just load him up and we'll get on the road and we'll see when we get there. So we've arrived at Chard. It's very cold here, and yeah, the wind is bitter. So yeah, I'm not really looking forward to this. I've got to be honest. I'm going to get ready and go down and warm up. Give ourselves plenty of time, hopefully. It's taken a little bit longer to get here than we originally thought. We had to stop and get fuel. So I better crack on. He's having a massage, so I'm going to get myself ready and then tack up and we'll go down. So I just done our test and I'm really disappointed with myself. I had a bit of a meltdown before we came down, so I left myself very little time to warm up. I just got a little bit too much. This is our first competition this year, and I just there's all these really nice horses here. You've got some pros, and I just it was a bit too much. But I did sort of get my act together and come down, but I only left myself like 20 minutes to warm up, and I didn't really get a chance to really compose myself and kick myself. But bless Bo, he's just been really good. So we've had very little of that, and we went in and did an elementary test. Yes, there's lots that definitely need to work on. I didn't really ride him. So we're back at the lorry, trying to get warm. Just in my results, and I had 65%, which actually under 3 judges, I'm pretty pleased with, to be fair. There, like I say, there were bits that I was very aware of that we definitely need to work on. I just needed to work a lot more on getting him nice and supple before we actually go in to do our test. It just didn't have enough time, particularly when it's cold. It's going to come down to I've got to put more into our preparation on the day. It's to get here. It's quite a windy journey, and I think he just needed a little bit of time to recover from the journey, and then obviously warm up and to help us perform our best. But I was really pleased with his attitude. Couldn't have asked for him to be any more compliant than he was. He was a very good boy, and I keep saying about my fitness, but I must admit I put my jacket on this morning and I was a bit like, oh, it's a bit tight. So yeah, definitely I'll keep talking about it, but with having a young horse as well, I need to have a look at my fitness and my weight. So I'll be cracking on with that now. No excuses going into spring. Yeah, really pleased. I'm really pleased with him. Obviously, I'm disappointed with the result and the percentage, but yeah, it's all down on me really. I think the judges, they were all about on the same sort of marks, so that sort of highlights where we are. So lots to work on. We're just really rusty, but looking forwards to doing more, and hopefully in the summer we will bring our percentages up, hopefully with it being warmer as well. Because it's very cold here. It's always cold here, but it's very cold here today. But I'm going to go down and pick up my sheets. I think there was only 8 in the class, so I think we got a rosette to go and collect, which is quite exciting. First one to go on the wall. Yeah, it's. I needed a competition before this. I think if I'd had a warm-up competition, I could have got this sort of bit out the way and sort of given myself a bit of a kick, and then been a bit more prepared for the regionals. So yeah, can't be too disappointed. Yeah, I'm pleased with him. Very pleased with him. Disappointed with myself. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll keep. It's always a learning curve. So lots to learn from this. Oh, there we are. So I've just been down, picked up our rosette. I had to do prize giving. I wasn't dressed for it, and I still have my woolly hat on. I haven't even got that on straight. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of doing a mounted prize giving, so I'm quite happy doing the mounted one where the horse takes priority. But yeah, I get a little bit self-conscious, a bit uncomfortable doing unmounted ones. Yeah, I got roped into doing it by Jane, the organiser here. Yeah, we got a rosette in the 6th, so he's a very clever boy. So our first competition of 25. Like I say, really bad sort of prep for this. Yeah, going to your regionals as your first competition of the year. We need a couple of competitions to sort of get rid of a bit of rust and get back in the swing of it. Really, the biggest thing looking at the things that I really sort of did get sort of hammered on is suppleness, and he didn't feel that supple, and there's a couple of occasions where he felt quite unsettled in the bridle. Yeah, and he was probably a bit too much on the forehand in places as well. But yeah, he just felt like he needed a little bit more time just to sort of warm up, stretch him. Yeah, so lots to sort of put into place ready for next week. But he's travelled fantastic. He's quite settled. He's very chilled actually, so he hasn't put a foot wrong. Bless him. Right, we're going to get back on the road and get home and see what Buck's been up to. Hopefully he's behaved himself at home too. If he has, then this is a great competition, even if it isn't the sort of result we would hope for, I suppose. But 65% at regionals, I'm happy with that, and I know that there's a lot. It's not our normal sort of standard. At home we've been producing much better work, but like I say, you get into these big arenas and you haven't got the fence to sort of support us, which really was sort of highlighted today. So yeah, looking forward to the pet plans. He does quite enjoy doing medium tests. He's not a huge fan of Legia, but he seems to quite enjoy doing the half pass. I don't know, like a challenge, don't you, though? But it's time to get back on the road and go home and see how Buck has coped. I'm imagining he's been shouting an awful lot. He's got a very high pitched shout as well, but hopefully he's settled down, and I'm sure Bo will be pleased to see him. So that's it for this week's video, and then we're off to Pet Plans next week. So it's all go. Like I said, we could have done with some more warm up, probably some more training, but we'll see how things go. No great expectations. I think that's the important thing. Just go and do our best. Really, Bo? Or are you tired? Yeah, you're gonna fall asleep on the way home? I doubt it, because it's quite a windy road. See you guys again next week. Bye.
Hello, Buck.
No, we need to talk up. I have to go all the way home.
Right. You charge. I miss you, friend.